She is a moon in the sky, dark blue sky. She is a moon in the sky.
First, you'll need 7 round cork boards. I picked mine up for around $3 a pack at IKEA, and 3 cork boards came per pack, so I actually have 2 left over. The next thing you'll need is black and white acrylic paint, and if you want to add a little extra dimension to your project, you can also use metallic paint or glitter paint. The first thing we're going to do is paint all of our cork boards solid black. This works easier if you have a sponge brush instead of a regular paintbrush like I do. Since the cork is more porous, the sponge brush can really get in there a little bit better than what a regular paintbrush can. If your paint is a little too thick and you find it's not spreading well across the cork board, you can also add a little bit of water to help thin it out. Go ahead and paint the sides of the cork board as well, and once it's dry, if you have any spots or anything, you can go ahead and do a second coat or just touch it up in those few spots. Now that our cork boards are all solid black, we can move on to using the white paint. Using an old washcloth, I'm picking up a very small amount of white paint and dabbing off the excess, then using a very light patting motion, I'm transferring that paint onto the cork board. You don't want to be too heavy-handed, otherwise it'll be mostly white and you want some of that black to show through. I suggest doing the full moon as the first cork board that you do, so you can get the hang of how hard you need to press, so you can get the right gradient down for the other moons. Moving on to the gibbous moons, we're going to do the same thing that we just did for our full moon, except on one side is going to be white and then leaving a very small portion of it completely black on the other side. We're going to create a gradient from one side to the other. Once you've created one gibbous moon, go ahead and do the second one, and be sure that they are fairly balanced since they are going to be sitting opposite of one another whenever you hang them. Now you can repeat these steps for the quarter moons and the crescent moons. If you need to, feel free to go back and clean up the edges a bit, or sponge on more black paint if you feel like it is showing a little too much white. Once your paint has dried and you are happy with your cork boards, you can hang them up on the wall with a hammer and nails, and you are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you decide to make this project, don't forget to tag me on any of my social media accounts, and until next time, I will see you in the next video.